King Kong Ortiz wants smoke with Joyce on Tank's Undercard. I like this fight. Let's talk about it.
Push the weight and flex. Flex alive is one in the six. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Well, Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Boxing scene, link will be in the description. Luis Ortiz, if Joyce really wants a war, fight me on Tank's Undercard. Why not? Link will be in the description. An article recently appeared on BoxingScene.com in which heavyweight contender Joyce, 13-0, said that fellow contender Luis King Kong Ortiz turned down a fight that his team has offered. That was an option to fight Joseph Parker, but he obviously now is going to fight Derek Chisora. And there are a few more names. Ortiz was mentioned, but I'm not sure he wants the smoke. But there are other names around the area. We'll see what we can get, Joyce says. Joyce was a little more blunt when asked to confirm whether or not Ortiz had turned him down. Yeah, he didn't want a war, Joyce said. When Ortiz heard the news, he said that an offer was never made. We got two sides of a story here. Joyce is a liar. And it's very embarrassing to him that him as a man and as a boxer, because at no time has he spoke to me or Jay Ramirez, his manager, or his coach, Herman Caicedo, Ortiz told BoxingScene.com. We at King Kong's boxing camp would love to know who this little ego man spoke. He called him little ego man spoke to, and why would he lie? He's calling him a liar when he knows full well Luis King Kong Ortiz has never turned down a fight in his life. Our camps don't even have communication or don't even have communication or even have each other's number. So somebody's lying. Ortiz hasn't fought since his first round knockout of Alexander Flores last November, but he is expected to end that streak of inactivity in December. If Joyce truly is looking for a war against Ortiz, the Cuban wants to make it known that he has there's a typo in here, that he has no problem fighting him next. It's a typo, but whatever. He has no problem fighting him next. I'm going to return to the ring on Tank's Undercard, and I would like nothing more than to fight Joyce. You said I don't want a war. Well, now I'm inviting you to a war. What's your excuse now, lying Joyce? Ortiz told BoxingScene.com. Gervonta Tank Davis returns to the ring and is being targeted for one of those first two weekends in December. Wow. So King Kong wants all the smoke with Joyce. I like this fight. The trash talking has started. Joyce said he reached out to Ortiz camp. Ortiz said they're lying. Who did you speak to? You ain't speak to anybody. That's the article. Here's my opinion. Joyce, slow, robotic, but a big, powerful man. No one really gave him much of a shot against, a lot of people didn't give him a shot against Daniel Dubois. That was supposed to be Daniel Dubois' coming out party. Unfortunately, British Eye. For those of you that don't know what that is, Kell Brook and Daniel Dubois and Billy Joe Saunders. And now AJ, the Eye. That's the British Eye. Hey, man. Whatever. But I like Joyce. The thing is, he's get hit. He gets hit. He gets offended if you don't hit him in the face. His defense ain't there. He keeps his head on a straight line. He's there to get hit. So he took that style and he owned it and calls himself the Juggernaut. Nothing can stop the Juggernaut when he moves. For those of you who are Marvel nerds like myself, When the juggernaut starts to move, he can't be stopped. So Joe Joyce seemingly will eat punches, not be affected, and land a few of his, and like a juggernaut. You can't really stop him, right? Well, I'm very curious at this point to see if that can hold up against King Kong Ortiz, the southpaw, 6'4", Cuban style, who got cracks. He can punch. So I think Ortiz can outbox him. And, Ortiz been stopped twice, but he's been stopped by one of the hardest punches. One of the hardest punches in boxing history. Don't argue it. It's for real. Outside of that, he hasn't even gotten into the ring with anybody because everybody has ducked this man. So this will be a great fight for King Kong Ortiz. And if Joe Joyce could pull it off, he will get full credit for the win. I'm going to give him credit. Can he beat Ortiz? I don't know. I'm going to say 60-40 Ortiz because I know what Ortiz can bring to the table. He's fought the best in the game twice. Don't argue it. It's true. Vladimir Klitschko ain't want no smoke. AJ played around with the smoke. And in my opinion, tried to get him off guard. Argue it if you want. I don't care. They didn't fight. Are we arguing how that fight would have turned out now? Speaking of southpaws. Shout out to Alexander Usyk. We're saying if that was King Kong landing those left hands, it wouldn't have went to the cards at all. He's too big of a puncher, too slick of a boxer. And AJ, straight head, no head movement, straight line, can't get out of the way of punches. And Joe Joyce gets hit more than AJ. So now the question is, can he stand up to King Kong Ortiz's punches? This is an intriguing fight. This is a very intriguing fight. I want to see it. So don't wait. Make the date. Joe, don't be like your fellow brethren over there in the UK. Come to America. You have a fan-friendly style. Come to America and fight King Kong on the undercard of the Tank undercard. Get some eyes on you. Get people saying, yo, who is that guy? And if you can beat King Kong, that's really good. You're already doing something that Dillian White refused to do. Vladimir Klitschko refused to do. AJ refused to do. I'm saying, Joe, make it happen, man. So I like this fight. Hopefully it goes beyond them just talking smack over the internet or on emails and stuff. Get it done. Get Ortiz in there with somebody else. Stop ducking this old man. Come on, fellas. Let's get it. Joe Joyce versus King Kong Ortiz. I'm for it. Let me know what you for. Bronx on deck.